The Order of Ahepa and the Ahepa family proudly present Let Me Tell You a Story. Aristotle never used a cell phone or sent an email to Plato. Homer wrote the Iliad without ever touching a computer keyboard. Herodotus the historian never did research on the internet. Hippocrates never ordered an X-ray, CAT scan, or MRI. To Pythagoras the mathematician, this was a calculator. They had none of the modern tools we use every day. Yet their ideas and ideals, the brilliance of their thoughts, words, and deeds are found everywhere you turn in America and throughout Western civilization. The Greeks not only lit the Olympic flame of athletic competition, their dedication to education, individual excellence, and civic responsibility illuminated the path toward a brighter future for all mankind.
And when you talk about the heritage, you have to look at it from where I look at it. It's the spirit of it. The spirit, the ethos, the pathos, it's there. It lives in all of us. And people appreciate it, and people look up to the Greek community.
As Greek Americans, we are the keepers of that flame, responsible for spreading its message, for passing the torch of Hellenism's meaning to not only another generation of Greek Americans, but of all people.
And the next generation, as I've been saying, is very hungry. And all you have to do is say, hey, sit down, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you your uncle so-and-so story, or your aunt so-and-so story. Let me tell you how this papu came over. Let me tell you how that papu came over. Let me tell you why they made the United States the United States and what their contribution was.
The award-winning Greek float in the Tournament of Roses parade carried the Greek message to 500 million people worldwide.
The ancient and modern gifts that were bestowed on civilization by the Greeks are celebrated with this entry called Music from the Acropolis. It's the first-time entry from the Order of Ahepa.
The message of the float has always been in some way connecting the past with the present and looking down to the future. It's been really showing the world what Hellenism is about, what the virtues and ideals of Hellenism, that they are eternal, and that they have just as much validity today as they did in the past.
Greece created the basis for modern democracy, learning, and the arts.
And I think it's an emblem of what we've achieved in America, and it's an emblem that's a tribute to our parents and grandparents.
It is a tribute to all the Yayas and Papus who boarded those ships to come to the United States, who worked hard in ways not mentioned in any American history book, from mining coal to helping build the Transcontinental Railroad. They also proudly served their new country. This was my Papu's most prized picture in his World War I U.S. Army uniform. Many Greeks served, some died in America's fight to preserve our freedoms. It wasn't Thermopylae, but on battlefields around the world, Greek Americans fought for the American flag and what it represents, the flourishing of a great nation, the United States of America, based on the ideas and ideals of Greece, the birthplace of democracy. A lot of Johnnies came marching home at the end of the war, but Johnny Closterides wasn't one of them. He's buried in eastern France, where at age 19, he earned a Silver Star for his courage in battle during World War II. Thanks to him, and so many others, our Statue of Liberty still beckons. Just as it did many, many years ago when my Yaya, like all of yours, first saw it.
You saw the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, we're glad.
Did you see how her face lit up, as if Lady Liberty's torch burned brightly before her once again? And when the Greek float passes by, we feel that glow ourselves. From the Parthenon of ancient Greece to our families who brought the spirit of Hellenism to America's shores, we celebrate the heritage we cherish. And with your contribution, we can once again share it with the world in the next Tournament of Roses parade, just as we've done in the past.
You know, and this is us. This is our contribution, our Greek American contribution.
It reminds everyone of their roots. It's great, and it really sparks something in their hearts that they thought was long gone.
Part of that American dream was the Greek American dream, and that float really exhibits that, I think, to everyone.
The parade has evolved much like the country. Once a celebration of Americana, it now also recognizes the nation's diverse cultural heritage.
It is Americana. It's America's New Year's celebration, but it's a potpourri and a melting pot of people from around the world.
The Parthenon was a temple built to honor Athena, goddess of Athens. The Acropolis was a fortified hill above the city. AHEPA is the acronym for American Hellenic Education Progressive Association. They won the Queen's Trophy, Best Use of Roses.
It's more than just flowers, it's more than just a media event. It really is a capsule of what Hellenism truly means to the world.
And to remind people of who the Greeks are and what we have done.
It costs $175,000 to design, build, and enter a float in the parade. With your donations, we can deliver the Hellenic message to the world once again.
It is an event that is watched by more people than any other single event in the world. And the payoff is, of course, being recognized as your float, your sponsorship.
By the way, olive branches were actually flown in from Mount Olympus, Greece, and have been tucked into the cedar that you see on the side there.
It made me feel great that this is part of my heritage.
That's us, that's me, it's my father, my uncles, my grandfathers, all of them. That's our history, all packaged in that float. I think it's great.
And when you see the Greek float go by,
We get really happy, and there's a cheering section. Pride wells up in you, and that's us.
yes, that is us. It is our story. And when that float goes by in the next parade, the next time you see a Greek name on the credits in a movie, a Greek serving in high office in government or industry, use that moment to tell your family story as you pass along the meaning of Hellenism to the next generation. And it all begins with, let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story. Just take a little time. Get off your computer. Get away from your iPod. Get away from the so-and-so. And let me tell you a story.
We need your help to put a Greek float in the next Rose Parade. Make your tax-deductible donation payable to the AHEPA Hellenic Heritage Foundation and mail it to Post Office Box 50581, Pasadena, California 91115. For more information, call 818-504-2502 or go to the website ahepafloat.org.